Winners and Whiners and Stable Wagers continues Breeders' Cup coverage for 2021. We go to Del Mar Saturday, one of 2 days of racing, 14 Grade 1 stakes races over the course of the 2 days. And this time around, we're going to take a look at the horse that will get the title of the world's fastest racehorse for 6 furlongs. It is the Breeders' Cup Sprint, and we do have 9 horses entered in this 6 furlong, which is 3/4 of a mile. And they'll run this roughly in about 1 minute and 8 seconds, and just a little bit over that. We've got one of the fastest 3-year-olds in the country from the East Coast, Jackie's Warrior, taking on the best West Coast horse for a 3-year-old in Dr. Shivel. And then we've got some older horses like Aloha West, Forenzi Fire, Lexitonian, a Grade 1 winner for Calumet Farm, and Special Reserve, who just seems to fire his best race every single time in 2021. Now, overall, Jackie's Warrior is your morning line favorite. He's put together an outstanding campaign. A lot of you may remember him being favored last year in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, and he ran third that day to Essential Quality, who won it. He'll be back in the Breeders' Cup Classic this year. Finishing second was Hot Rod Charlie, but Jackie's Warrior was bet down that day, did not do it. Tried to stretch out this year early on, and then they cut him back to the sprint. He comes back with back-to-back victories in the Jerkins and the Gallant Bob and the Amsterdam after losing the Woody Stevens. So 3 straight wins. He's got Beyer speed figures of 107, 1 and 102. 11 starts, 8 wins for Jackie's Warrior, the son of McLean's Music. Steve Asmussen trains. Steve Asmussen going to have a big day on Friday and Saturday, possibly. He's got Echo Zulu in the fillies. He's got Silver State in the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. And he's got Max Player in the Breeders' Cup Classic. But in the sprint, he's got the 6-5 morning line favorite, Jackie's Warrior. Now, the pace of this race, I think it's going to be fast. Jackie's Warrior, he just naturally runs 43 and change, 44. But Dr. Shivel, a big winner at Santa Anita the last time out, he won the Santa Anita Sprint Championship. He did it while losing his rein, and he ran a solid Beyer speed figure that day. I think him and Jackie's Warrior could both be winging it on the front end. Jackie's Warrior did draw inside, so he doesn't want to give up that position. But a horse that ran a big race is Following C. He won the Grade 2 Vogsburg stake the last time out. He beat Forenzi Fire, but he did it impressively. It was a small 4-horse field, but he ran fast early, and I think he does his best running on the front end. Now, he used to be trained by Bob Baffert. He came back the last time out and won for Todd Pletcher. He's 6-1 on the morning line. So with a fast face expected, you've got 3 closers. You've got Aloha West, who can come from behind. He was second time out to Special Reserve. And then you've got Special Reserve and Lexitonian and Forenzi Fire, who can all come just a little bit off the pace. Matera Sky comes in from Japan. He's ran in some Grade 1 races over in Dubai and across Europe, but I'm not sure that he's ready for the Grade 1 speed that American races. You got to be able to run a 108 and change, and he's more likely a 110 and change. Lexitonian ran a great race a couple of races back in the Vanderbilt. He was 34-1 that day. Then the last time out at 7-1, disappointed. He's been freshened up for this spot. He has run 2 different kinds of races. He's ran on the front end, but he's also come from behind. So it'll be interesting to see the pace tactics of Lexitonian. So if you're looking for a long shot, you may want to take a look at a horse like Aloha West and Lexitonian as your long shots. My selection in the Breeders' Cup Sprint is going to be Special Reserve. I like his overall consistency. He's got speed figures that put him in the mix in this race. And the last time out, he won at Keeneland at 6 furlongs at this distance. He's going to have to ship out to Del Mar, but his speed figures have been in the upper 90s to the lower 100s. I'm hoping that Dr. Shivel and Jackie's Warrior kind of press each other on the front end. Jackie's Warrior has been facing some easier competition. He's only had to face 1 or 2 really good horses in each of his last couple of races. Now he's got to face other multiple speed horses. He's got to face other older horses, and he's got to ship across the country. I don't want a low price on a favorite into those conditions. I'd rather spread with a horse like Aloha West, Special Reserve, even Dr. Shivel being on his home track at 4-1 might be a better price than Jackie's Warrior. Lots of ways to go in the Breeders' Cup Sprint, but my top selection is going to be Special Reserve. I think he's going to be right around 5-1 or 6-1, and that's definitely a $12 payoff if we can get that in the sprint here on Saturday. 5 Breeders' Cup races on Friday, 9 on Saturday. We're going to try to cover them all for you here on Winners and Whiners and Winners, and along with Stable Wagers as we get you ready.